It's all about the #2 man in the nation at 133. Meanwhile, at 141, Chris Martino will hit the mat for Princeton. For Cornell, one of their top wrestlers, Vince Cornella, did not weigh in at 141. So Mark Botello, the freshman, will get the call here today. And it'll be an interesting chance. It's been a lot of Tyler Vasquez, who's been embattled in very close decisions over his last 7, giving way to Martino, the sophomore, who spent time at 141 and duels competition, gets a single leg here, but it becomes a scramble looking for the opening 3.
Yeah, I love that out of Martino, right? He's coming out here. This is a big match for him, and you know, he really came out here firing off the get-go, and I think it's just something that you love to see. Young guy coming out here in this crowd and this environment and trying to get the crowd fired up, and he's not dying on this takedown as they get back to their feet and break away to get back to neutral.
The theme of this match for Martino, opportunity. It's all open competition so far this season. His sophomore campaign, where he's 4-8. That showing was right here at Jadwin Gym, going 2-2 at the Princeton Open at the start of the season back in 2023. Meanwhile, for Botello, still a little bit green. It's only his 7th match for the first year. His duels debut, he faced a very tough Kai Owen from Columbia. It was a close matchup, 4-0 though the victory for Owen. And Botello and Martino both really with an opportunity here, not just to help out their team, but help out their own cause. And so far we've seen a scramble, but they're being very deliberate and patient in their shots.
Yeah, I think, you know, this is a big opportunity for Princeton to get a win here. If they can pull this off, that's a swing match that, you know, I don't know if they necessarily knew they had. So that's really, you know, important. And, you know, I think what I'd like to see, you know, for both guys is just continuing to attack, right? This is a big match, and both of these guys should know it. And I think, right, whoever's going to control the center and whoever's going to continue to dig underhooks and be the aggressor is probably going to come out on top. And, you know, it's going to be interesting to see who finishes these shots, right? As you see Botello take a nice lefty single, puts it up in the air. This is going to be big. If he can secure a takedown here with 45 seconds left, that would be very important. But Martino doing a good job peeling hands. He's wrestling in here, trying to bring him to scramble, but that's going to be a 3-point takedown for Botello.
So Botello gets on the board first. Martino, a 4-time state champion from Idaho, and he climbed up the ladder from 98 pounds to 132. Botello, also a state champion. He hails from the Boston area. And he is going to try to ride out this takedown to close out the first period, and in a short time, Martino could help his cause getting an escape late.
Definitely. Botello doing a good job, deep, tight waist, keeping him flat in the last, you know, couple seconds of this period. Nice 30-second ride there. Would have been important for Martino to get his escape, but 3-0 going into the second period. Nice short time takedown and ride out from Botello there.
There you see head coach Joe Dubuque, his first as the lead man for Princeton, but a long time as associate head coach. It's a similar story on the opposite side, which we'll get to that momentarily. But to start off period 2, it will begin on top for Martino, and the first chance to really see what Martino can do on the ride. Botello trying to get to his feet, but Martino having his weight up high. Now to his feet, Botello, and he'll peel out to make it 4-0.
Yeah, Martino's, you know, doing a really good job, you know, holding center right now, but he's got to continue to do that throughout this period. I think this is a big period. If he can get a takedown and bring this match back to 4-3, I think it gets a little bit, you know, more of a conversation of, you know, what's going to happen in the third period. This is a big, you know, big minute and 30 seconds here that we have left to define really the end of this match going into the third.
So this is very much for two wrestlers still trying to prove themselves, a huge match for the team and for the individuals. Looking for another threes, Botello. Good job to keep the hips free by Martino. He's back to his feet. Much more of neutral position with the lock up high, and now that breaks off. Final minute in the second period. And Martino just not yet comfortable getting deep into those shots. And we'll see what he will try to do. While Botello, he can be a little bit more conservative with the lead, but he has to make sure he has all those defensive positions strong and still have eyes for more.
Yeah, if you're Martino, you'd like to see him take a shot and maybe try to get a takedown here to end the second period. But 30 seconds, we'll see if he tries to do that. Botello doing a really good job controlling the center. Now, as you see Martino taking a shot, we'll see if it turns into a something that's a little bit more dangerous. But right now, front headlock for Botello. Short time here with 15 seconds left in the second. See if Martino can get to a leg. Botello trying to re-attack.
It's a good job by Botello to keep Martino at bay. All he could do was give a swipe or two at the leg. And it'll be 4-0 with the Botello escape being the lone point in period number 2. As you see, head coach Mike Ray, he was a longtime associate head coach. You see him on the left, his 3rd season as the lead man for Cornell. And with all that success the program had while he was an associate head coach, now to be the lead man, he's not only kept up that standard, but he is the defending national head coach of the year, as Martino did not escape, but there is a stall warning to Botello. And that could be huge.
Just to touch on Mike Gray real quick, he's an alumnus of the high school that I went to, and so obviously you have a lot of respect for him. First ever New Jersey 4-time state champion in high school, and a lot of guys, including myself, looked up to him and wanted to be like him growing up. So definitely one of the guys that I looked up to as a kid for sure.
And there will be a few Garden State wrestlers from the area for Cornell as well, not just Princeton today. And really 2 of the leading programs in the nation for what New Jersey brings, as Martino earns the escape. He can even the score with the takedown. Botello, though, will try to maintain the lead for the final 80 seconds. While he has the riding time at 1:04, it's not going to be a factor if a takedown happens sooner than later.
So Martino got to his feet with maybe within 10 seconds of that, that first whistle in the 3rd. And Botello found a way to bring him back down to the mat and get a mat return, and that's what essentially led to this extra point. And so now if Martino doesn't take him down with 5 seconds left, he still loses this match. And so there's a little bit of urgency there with 50 seconds left to go get one quick and try to get that riding time down and then try to ride him out, right? Because essentially an escape point would lose the match for you as well. So important last 30 seconds here for Martino, and Botello doing a good job defending so far here.
And he's just had that lock up high to fend off any swipes low. Did so in the second. It's a stalemate here with 28 seconds left. And if you're Chris Martino, now you're going to have to go for it. Botello would love for another takedown just to secure it, trying to get his first duels victory and put Cornell up by 8. Short time. Some swipes up high. A stall call gives a point for Martino, and a takedown would give him the victory if he can get it right here. But Botello again fends up high. He can burn that stall point and grab the 4-2 decision to give Cornell another victory.
Your winner at 141 pounds.
Yeah, hard-fought match. Botello did enough to win and essentially got his hand raised here.
So it's now 8-0 Cornell leading. Arujau, the defending champ, looking dominant at 133. And the freshman, Mark Botello, getting the victory at 141. We head off to a quick break from Jadwin Gym.